a royal feud that has gripped the world, the Windsors versus the Sussexes, a saga that mirrors the evolving tensions between tradition and progress. This is not just a story of two brothers embroiled in a feud, but a reflection of the societal shifts we, as a global community, are experiencing in the 21st century. On one side, we have the Windsors, a family steeped in tradition, representing the monarchy's long-established customs and codes. They are the bearers of a legacy that dates back centuries, a legacy that is both a source of pride and a burden of responsibility. On the other side, we have the Sussexes, who represent a new wave of thought in the royal family. They've chosen to step away from the traditional royal life, carving out a new path that reflects the changing values of our time. They are the embodiment of progress, diversity, and the power of personal choice. This royal rivalry is a complex tapestry woven with threads of power, duty, freedom, and family. It's a story that has captivated us all as it plays out in the public eye, each development scrutinized and dissected. Over the last few years, we've seen tensions rise and relationships strain. We've seen accusations thrown and defences mounted. We've seen a family torn apart by differing views and values. But this feud is not just about two royal households. It's about the clash of ideals that are at the heart of our society. It's about tradition versus progress, duty versus freedom, the past versus the future. As we delve deeper into this royal saga, we must remember that at the heart of it all are two brothers. Brothers who were once inseparable, now divided by a chasm of differences. As we explore the latest chapters of this story, let us not forget the human element of this royal rivalry. Now let's delve into the latest chapter of this epic royal saga. Recently, Prince Harry made a secret trip back to the UK, unbeknownst to the British media. This unannounced journey was to attend the funeral of Robert Fellowes, a notable figure within the royal circle. The news of his quiet visit sent ripples through the media, as it became clear that Prince William and his office were left scrambling, briefing their media allies on the unexpected turn of events. Now, let's delve into the details of this clandestine trip. It seems that Harry's visit was facilitated discreetly by his mother's side of the family, the Spencers. It's even been suggested, and later confirmed by People magazine, that Harry stayed at the Spencers' estate, Althorp, with his uncle Charles, the Earl Spencer. This certainly adds a layer of intrigue to the ongoing royal saga, but the plot thickens. According to sources close to the Daily Beast, the Spencers might be orchestrating a reconciliation between the estranged royal brothers. Could this secret visit be part of a larger plan to bring Harry back into the fold and mend the rift with his brother William? Yet it's also interesting to note that Prince William did not boycott the funeral despite Harry's presence. This unexpected development has sparked some hope among royal enthusiasts. However, we have a couple of theories. The first being, William attended the funeral oblivious of Harry's attendance, eliminating the possibility of a threatened boycott. The second theory suggests that William was absent altogether, and this narrative is a hasty attempt by Kensington Palace to rewrite the history of the event. Furthermore, it's worth questioning the Spencers' vested interest in the brothers' reconciliation. As William has aged, he's seemingly become more entrenched in the institution, or as some say, Windsorized, in a way Harry has never been. But what does this secret visit mean for the ongoing feud? Only time will tell. For now, we are left with more questions than answers as we continue to unravel the complex web of royal relationships. Surprisingly, the Spencers, specifically the Earl Spencer, seem to have a role in this royal drama. As we've recently discovered, Prince Harry was welcomed into Althorp, the ancestral home of the Spencers. It's interesting, isn't it? The Spencers, Harry's maternal relatives, stepping into the picture amidst this familial tension. Now you might be wondering, why is this significant? Well, it's not just about offering Harry a place to stay. There are whispers suggesting that the Spencers, particularly the Earl Spencer, are making efforts to help mend the strained relationship between Prince Harry and Prince William. This isn't a straightforward task, mind you. The rift between the brothers is deep and complicated, filled with years of hurt and misunderstanding. Yet the Spencers seem to be extending an olive branch, providing a neutral ground where perhaps, just perhaps, the two princes could meet halfway. But there's more to this story. The Spencers, being part of the royal fabric themselves, understand the intricate dynamics of the monarchy. They are no strangers to the pressures and expectations that come with being a royal. After all, they too have felt the weight of the crown. And perhaps this shared understanding is what motivates them to intervene, to help restore harmony within the royal family. However, we must tread carefully here. We mustn't assume that the Spencers' involvement is purely altruistic. Could there be some other motivations at play? Are they trying to secure their place within the royal narrative? Or perhaps they simply want to honour the memory of Princess Diana by ensuring her sons reconcile. The truth remains to be seen. Yet one thing is clear. The Spencers, by welcoming Harry and allegedly attempting to reconcile the brothers, have added a new layer to this royal saga. It's a testament to the complexity of royal relationships and the enduring influence of family ties. But how does Prince William fit into all of this? Prince William's role in this feud and his reaction to Harry's visit is a topic of much speculation. The complicated relationship between the royal brothers has been a subject of global interest, and the recent events have only added fuel to the fire. There are two main theories circulating about William's involvement. The first theory suggests that William attended the funeral, but was unaware that Harry would be present. If this is true, then it wasn't a case of William threatening to boycott, as some have suggested. Rather, it would seem that Harry's visit was a surprise to him. The second theory is quite the opposite. Some believe that William was not present at the funeral, and the stories we're hearing are a result of Kensington Palace's damage control. If this is the case, it raises questions about the transparency of the royal institution and the lengths it will go to maintain a certain image. But there's another aspect to consider here. The idea that William has been Windsorized. As William aged and assumed more responsibilities, there's a growing belief that he's become more of a creature of the institution. In essence, he's been absorbed into the royal establishment, conforming to its traditions and expectations. This is in stark contrast to Harry, who has chosen a different path, stepping back from royal duties and seeking a life outside the palace walls. So where does this leave the relationship between the two brothers? It's clear there's a rift, and it's one that has been widened by differing values, priorities, and life choices. Whether they can find common ground and repair their relationship remains to be seen. As this feud continues, only time will reveal the true dynamics at play. But one thing is certain: the world is watching, and the actions of these royal figures carry a weight that extends far beyond their own personal disputes. As the world watches, this royal rivalry continues to unfold, offering glimpses into the shifting paradigms of our society. The Windsors and Sussexes, two powerful factions within the royal family, continue their dance of diplomacy and dissent, with Prince Harry's recent secret trip to the UK adding yet another layer to this complex tapestry. From the outset, we've seen how this feud is not just about familial bonds strained and broken. It's a reflection of the tug-of-war between tradition and progress, a struggle that resonates beyond the palace walls and into the wider world. Prince Harry's decision to step back from royal duties, his candid revelations about his mental health struggles, and his quest for a more private life in America have all challenged the age-old conventions of royal life. And then there's Prince William, the future king, who has been groomed for his role since birth. His path has diverged significantly from his brothers, his choices reflecting a commitment to uphold tradition. Yet, as we've discussed, even he has not been immune to the winds of change, as evidenced by his recent interaction with Harry during their uncle's funeral. The Spencers too have entered this fray, their actions and allegiances scrutinised, their motivations questioned. Their perceived role in facilitating Harry's secret visit and the whispers of their desire for a reconciliation between the royal brothers add another dimension to this ongoing saga. In essence, this feud symbolises the broader societal shifts of the 21st century. It's a dialectic of tradition versus progress, privacy versus public duty, individuality versus institution. And as the world watches, we learn, we question, and we reflect on our own roles within these dynamics. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the royal feud. Subscribe, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, this is Kelly, your dedicated host.